Hey guys, this is the March 2016 Titan War Finals in Warriors Hall. My group didn't make it into Warlords Hall. That was pretty intentional. We made sure, and we didn't do anything too crazy with our BR, but I just wanted to make sure that we weren't in Warlords Hall. It wasn't a great experience last month, and my group really is just more about like having a good time together. We're competitive people, but I think the fact that we were at such a huge disadvantage, none of the rest of my group has knighthood or anything like that, so I'm the only person who would be playing for the most part. Even me, I'm going to get crushed by most of those teams in Warlords Hall. So I decided to just take a break from that and go into in Warriors Hall this time around, and it was a much easier experience. It was sort of a weird run. Warriors Hall, the pairing is very strange, where it used to be, at least for Warriors Hall and Class Wars, that you're always fighting the top people. So you're always pretty much, you randomly select an opponent who has the same record as you do. So if you have 5 wins and 2 losses, you're supposed to get somebody else who has 5 wins and 2 losses, unless there's nobody else like that, and you get, it could go one way or the other. You could be paired with somebody in a higher pool or a lower pool. But that's usually how it was, and it's just not the case in Warriors Hall for Titan War, at least. And so we don't end up facing a lot of the top teams, and we just have a good laugh with some of our guildies, because Robin's bunch is here, and so we were sort of jokingly rooting against them, and I sort of end up feeling bad about that toward the end, but anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the footage. I'm actually just going to leave this as an intro and do a conclusion as well, do one of those videos, just because I want to get into some of the other footage I have. I do have enough tattoos set up so that I can switch between both of the paths for knighthood, so I can use the arcane talent, which is the one I have here, dealing offensive skills that are all big AoE damage pretty much, and I also can switch to the healing setup. So I have some footage talking about those. We'll get to see them in more detail than what we've seen so far. I have, detailed out all of the skills on the blog before, but we'll at least have a video to go with it. I've also done a really fast Spire Nightmare video from some help or recommendation from Poison Arrow, so I want to get that out. And I think I'll have slightly more exciting Titan War footage from Mr. Strife, because his group recorded, and possibly a video from the group who wins Warlords Hall in my section, but the footage was sent over to me, and I need to double check the quality. I'm happy that people are willing to send footage. A lot of the top players are very obliging and very nice, so I've been doing some of that lately. When you guys send in footage, I do need it to be like at least 720p, and preferably cropped in a nice way, and just certain things I can edit around, and I'll absolutely edit through somebody's Balins or whatever, any of those things that anybody wants. Preferably some of the top teams are recording. I can't accept footage from like anybody who just wants to record any go at Class Wars or whatever. It will be too overwhelming. But I really do appreciate that people are sending this stuff in, and I'm happier to do that. But maybe I should set up sort of guidelines about what the videos need to look like before I can use the footage. If you guys have any questions about that, go ahead and message me on Facebook, either on the Dolly Games Facebook page or on my page, whatever it may be. But yeah, so we just need to keep that in check. But yeah, so more to come, and I have lots of videos, so I just want to leave it at that, and I'll see you guys at the conclusion. So we're wrapping things up with a group from Kong 1, and so these guys, I mean, are about the strength of most of the top groups I think we've seen in this finals. You know, we did have that one scary one against Singe where I just couldn't do anything. I think it was Singe and somebody else from her server, a pretty good group, and they had a bunch of stuns on me, but even so, I got like one big Delphic AoE out, and that was enough damage for us to win on timer. So really, I mean, as long as this group goes to timer, there's nobody who's going to win, since, I mean, Skoon didn't show up, and so I just told Bwin not to bother boxing him. I had Shock, and we just went along with it. I even brought my kid because I wasn't that concerned about the timers. So we just had a go of it. It's totally fine. I forgot to mention that I'm not doing showing the prelim footage this time around. Don't feel like editing around Bwin's big mouth, and so anyway, the footage that I lose because of Bwin getting me into trouble, where I'm just like, forget about it. I don't feel like editing around the guild chat and things like that, or party. I forget what it was, but anyway, it was just something where I was like, forget about it. So just have the finals footage this time around. I think at least one more Titan War video, so we'll at least be able to see a little bit more of this. Hopefully, you know, like a Warlords Hall footage video, and so yeah, I mean, whoever was in Angelica's party must have done a very nice job. You know, Robin's group took a nasty loss, and so that bumped them down quite a bit. We had been tied for first for such a long time, but really our draw was, I mean, very good in the sense of just winning the whole time. I think there are teams, you know, who could have beaten us. Robin's group did actually kill off my entire team in prelims. They're definitely stronger than we are at the moment. You know, Mikey got knighthood, and so did Robin, so the archer DPS there is very difficult to deal with, especially when I have no heals other than Frigga. So probably we could set up things so that would be a little bit better. Probably a setup where I go into Sylph mode really quickly would have helped our group against them, but we didn't get a rematch. So none of the other teams on my server made it into Warlords Hall this time around, so we ended up doing the best, and we still got the little announcement and all that stuff. So second place in Warriors Hall is 18th overall, so not bad, and much more relaxing. So anytime I'm in Warriors Hall, whether it be Class Wars or Titan War or anything, it is very, very relaxing and nice. There's our winners, Sparkhawk, Lil Bish, Asher, and Feelendale. They have been doing fantastic. They made a real big push for knighthood, and like when it was really early on, and so far they have just been performing super well. I think having all four of them in the mix, you know, a lot of the top teams don't just quite have everything put together yet, and they really have a good mix there. So big congratulations to them, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and lots more to come. Thanks for watching, you guys. Take care, and have a very good day.